So you want to start a private label business, brand your own products, make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it for a month. The only problem is you have no idea where to start. Information is very difficult to find. Tons of Amazon gurus saying that they know what they're doing, but have never even sold on Amazon. You see all these super successful Amazon sellers making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, and you just don't know where to start. How did they find their product? How did they even get there? That's why in this video, I'm going to be showing you step-by-step how to build a private label brand for beginners. And I'm going to give you the exact roadmap that you need to be successful on Amazon. In order to create your own Amazon private label, dominate the competition, make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, it's going to take a lot of work. And to be honest with you, it's very difficult. I would say around 5% of people that get onto Amazon are actually successful. It's a very difficult business, especially if you don't have the right guidance in place. So make sure you stay tuned closely. I'm going to reveal my secret sauce of how we help our clients, as well as apply these types of principles in order to be successful in the Amazon space. I'm going to use some real life examples, as well as show you some powerful tools that'll help you through this journey. Let's jump right in. First and foremost is market research. Solid market research can help you uncover hidden products that are going to be very, very profitable. I once discovered a niche on Amazon for UV protective kids swimwear. It was very innovative and a very unique niche that was ripe to come in and take market share. There's tons of tools we can use to help find these niches. I'm sure most of you have already heard about Jungle Scout or Helium 10 by now, but there's tons of different tools that Amazon actually releases that are very underutilized. These aren't costing you any money. Paying $100 a month for Helium 10 when you're first starting, okay, I can justify it, but it's better keep your costs down, especially in the starter phase. The cool part about these Amazon tools is the data comes directly from Amazon. This means that it's going to be more accurate, and you're going to be able to go through that data and have free access to it just by using your Seller Central. Tool number one is the Product Opportunity Explorer. This tool has millions of ideas. It has keywords for thousands of products. It gives us important metrics like search volume growth, number of top clicked products, average price, and average units sold. It will also give us important information. You can see on the image below, it's covering a ton of different criteria that could be helpful for us. The launch date, the click count, click share, average selling price, total ratings, average customer ratings, BSR, and number of sellers. Tip, when you click on one of the images, it's going to give you the keywords for that image. Moving from those keywords to keywords is going to help give you a lot of new product ideas. You can also search by Amazon product category. The second tool we're going to talk about is called the Marketplace Product Guidance. Once you have your product narrowed down, you can start to validate it by checking multiple different KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. Some that are provided on this tool are demand, number of units sold, the number of glance views, the search to purchase ratio, the conversion rate per price range, the return ratio, as well as the reasons for returns. It will show you the number of new brands, as well as how much advertisement is going on in the niche. There are tons of Amazon data points that can be used that are provided to you perfectly free. With our clients, we also use other tools to validate this information. We use Jungle Scout, Helium 10, Amazon Scout in order to validate the statistics before making the product selection final. Once we finalize the product selection, then we get to move into product sourcing. Picking a product is very personal, but I will share with you what my personal preference is in the market. I personally like to avoid fragile objects that can increase the amount of returns and overall can be a headache. I like to look for markets where there's market depth. That means that there's not just one or two sellers that are collecting all the revenue inside of the market. There's a long list of sellers. Seller number 8 and seller number 9 are also competing and making some of the market. An example would be the top 3 sellers making around $80,000, and the rest of them below it are making between 10 to 15K. We want to make sure there's no patent issues. That's going to be a big headache. If you go through and pick a product, and obviously if it has a patent, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have spent a lot of money for no reason. If you can manage the supply chain, you can go into seasonal products, but it is a big headache, and I recommend not picking seasonal products for your first product. It's better if the number of root keywords are more. Ideally, we look for 4 and above. The product must have potential improvement. I don't want to just launch another copycat product. We want to make sure that we can come in, improve something inside of the product itself or the market. We want to make sure the price point is above $30. This ensures that we have better returns on the amount of inventory we're selling. Almost every seller manufactures their products in China. The main platform used to source these products is Alibaba. There's a lot of things you should focus on while you're sourcing your product. We want to filter down the suppliers on Alibaba to make sure they have trade assurance. We want to make sure that they have good quality reviews, that they're a verified seller, and that they also have the certifications that's needed if the product needs it. We send a template message to 15 or 20 different suppliers on Alibaba when we used to go direct. Now we have a sourcing team in China with 20 boots on the ground that we team up with, and they're able to get us the best pricing as well as ensure the quality control. We also check 1688 platform rates for shipping time, cost, etc. And we use WeChat for fast communication. We make sure to ask them for designs, information on the products that they have, and possibly new products that they're coming out with that they're already working on. We take prices for different quantity from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000. We ask for the samples from multiple different batches, and we always make sure to sign a contract that highlights all the terms, from the quality to the number of defects, to price, how we're shipping it, so on and so forth. Once we narrow all that down, it's important to start the branding process. It's very important to create a strong brand identity, something that's going to resonate with your buyers. One of the easiest ways to do this is by creating unique designs. Set your brand apart by creating unique patterns, unique colors that cater to different preferences. Use a different shape of the product, something that you could preferably use and angle as a premium product. Create a compelling brand story, something that your buyers are going to resonate with. Get an understanding of the demographic, who is actually buying this product, and then from there, work your way backwards. How can we create a brand identity around these types of consumers? Explain why you started the brand and the value that it represents. Use tools like Canva to create stunning graphics that's going to set your brand apart and help with your conversions. Something that'll help you stand out in retail stores, but also online. We want a consistent brand identity. We want to make sure that all aspects of your brand convey the same message, from the product packaging, the inserts, to the tone of voice you're using with your customer. It's going to help solidify your unique selling points in the minds of your customer. Create a social media presence. It's a must. People love being a part of a fan club. Try to market in a way that people connect with you emotionally. People buy feelings and emotions, so empathize with them. Liquid Death sells entertainment. It doesn't sell water. Manscaped sells masculinity. It doesn't just sell grooming products. Athletic Greens sells a healthy lifestyle, not just a supplement. The moral of the story: consumers buy feeling, not product. It's very important to have a high quality listing when you get the product and you're ready to take it to market. A good listing means good conversions. You should consider these points while you're creating your listing. You need high quality photos for your product. Choose the most relevant category for your product. The main image should be very high quality and show what the point of your product is, and from a glance, be a more attractive product than your competitor. You need strong keyword research and utilizing that on your listing. Amazon's just a big search engine, and we need to train it on what our product is. When creating the title, a common technique used by sellers in order to create an effective title would be utilizing the brand name as the first keyword in the title, followed by 3 subsequent keywords that have high search volume. Bullet points. Use some emojis. Appeal with emotion. Define your product's quality, the advantages, and specific instructions if there are any. Inventory management is the backbone of your Amazon listing. If you run out of inventory, it's going to really hurt your rankings, and it's going to cost you a lot of money to try to get back to where you were. So it's important to always keep track of your inventory, plan for lead times. There's been so much times for me personally that came very unexpected things. Sometimes my containers get stuck in China, or there's a 15-day, 30-day holiday. Sometimes the labor union in California is on strike and they won't pick my container up from the port. There's tons of these things that you need to factor in order to really understand and how to properly plan your inventory management. So how do we plan for our first stock? Plan your first stock with your competitors' ratings and monthly sales in mind. Select the competitors based on their search volume on the first page. We aim for competitors with around 50% search volume and 50% of keywords on the first page. It's important to know your lead time, and it's important to also get a 3PL that works with you. It's taken us time to find 3PLs that are efficient. We've worked with some 3PLs that hold our inventory for 2 weeks before sending our inventory to Amazon. Obviously, this can very much devastate a business if you don't allow for these lead time. I've had a few situations where I was biting my nails and I was ready to take a flight to California in order to go and kick down the doors and tell them to ship my stuff. I would have lost a crazy amount of money if they didn't get it out. Sent hundreds of emails. It's a nightmare. Don't make that same mistake. Make sure you really understand what 3PL you're using. The problem is when you search for 3PL on Google, it's all the same large companies that are spending tons and tons of money on SEO, and it can be difficult. Sometimes these boutique 3PLs can be a lot more effective and will be able to be more responsive for your inventory. But that's not always the case. Make sure to do your research. Plan your inventory using roughly this formula. The production time is around 30 days. The transit time is around 45 days, depending on which shipping method you're using. The FBA transit time is around 10 days. And we want to give around a 30-day buffer just to make sure something goes wrong. Because believe me, things go wrong a lot. From there, multiply your sales by 125 days and you got your stock. We have a program that we actually created in-house that we use to consistently update and monitor the shipping and logistics information for our clients. We always want to keep 45 days worth of stock in Amazon. Then we keep the rest in the warehouse. The FBA check-in takes around 15 days. So make sure to send your inventory when there's only 30 days of stock left in there. And if you have a bad 3PL, maybe even longer. You need to really understand what the lead times are for each step of your process. Another tip, make sure you're providing your tracking information to Amazon. That will help make sure you keep your account score high. Make sure you have all the invoices at all times. If Amazon loses the shipment, they're going to reimburse you for it, but you need the proper documentation. Use the tool Getita to get automatic reimbursements in the warehouse for your lost units. The beautiful thing about selling on FBA is we get to use Amazon's warehouse. This comes with its own set of challenges, but ultimately, it's totally worth it. Always make sure you're using DDP shipping. Make sure your shipments are compliant with Amazon FBA receiving policy. Make sure you're using a freight forwarding service. But it's important to take the rates from 4 or 5 different freight forwarders so you can make sure you're getting the best rates in the market. Try to broker the freight forwarding payments if you can to pay 30% upfront, 70% on delivery. Make sure that you have insurance in place. It only costs around $150 for full FCLs. Better safe than being cheap. Avoid using DDU. You're going to have to pay the import taxes when your inventory lands in America. Freight forwarders usually have some hacks around that, and it helps bring your total price down. I made that mistake once, and I ended up with a $5,400 bill. Once you get it in the Amazon warehouse, they're going to take care of everything for you. They're going to handle all the shipping, the returns. It's really a beautiful system. It makes scaling so much easier. There are a lot of various fees associated with Amazon FBA that you probably should be aware of. It's critical to calculate this and include it in your pricing for your margin. There's a lot of sellers that generate high revenue, but they're left with no profit at the end of the day because they didn't do this correctly. Generally, sellers just keep in mind a few different parameters: the product manufacturing cost, the shipment, the FBA fees, referral costs, and then the PPC costs. But there's also more fees that Amazon charges: storage fees, long-term storage fees, disposal costs, professional account charges, inventory reimbursement, and customer return fees. Taking all these fees into consideration, that's how we can come to our comfortable selling price and understanding if you're going to be able to compete with the other sellers. I've launched many products with the combination of influencer marketing, PPC campaigns, and social media promotions. There's a few tricks and tools we use when we're launching products. We use influencer marketing. We take advantage of the Amazon Vine program. We use PPC ads, Instagram ads. Sometimes we use TikTok ads, or we do organic TikTok marketing. This helps me generate initial sales and positive reviews, which will continue to help the flywheel as we run the marketing campaigns through PPC. People think, hey, this is a credible product. It's got a good rating. I'm going to buy it, which in turn increases the conversion rates, which results in more sales. If you want to start selling on Amazon to either make a lot of money or to take your brand to the next level, whatever the reason may be, doing so alone can be hard. You have to face and overcome roadblocks by yourself, which can bring you down and be demotivating. So if you want to start your Amazon private label and fast track your success, or have someone come in and help optimize your existing store, then you can click the link in the top of the description and we can see if we can help you with that. Thank you for watching. I look forward to continuing to ship you content and delivering you value weekly. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I look forward to providing some more value to you in the future.